Tama is one of the biggest towns who do fishing in Ghana. So if you come here, you can see our canoes. That's what we use to look after our wives, children's schooling. We are about 600 to 800 canoes here. We do go at 12 a.m. in the evening. Then early morning, like 7 a.m., we return back with our catch. This is where we land our canoes. And this shed is where we sell our fish. The women you come and sell the fish to, they will store the fish in their freezers. When the doing so comes, our business gets rotten. Some years ago, Ghana is facing with a lot of electricity challenge. They cannot purchase the ice block. And if you are able to get, it's very expensive because the company that to provide you ice block is using a big generator, which consumes a lot of fuel. So they are afraid if they buy a lot of fish, they cannot get a place to store because they don't have ice block to store the fish, to sell it later. So fear came, both the fisherfolks and the fishmongers.
At the peak of the crisis, some people could go without lives for close to 48 hours. Some people had lives for just 12 hours and then 24 hours off, and some even beyond 24 hours. People were having difficult times. People without lives couldn't do a lot of things. And so it negatively affected people both economically and socially.
My name is Paula Brokwa, and I'm from the Eastern region in Ghana. I schooled in Kumasi at KNUST, that's Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where I read petrochemical engineering. During those times I was in school, you'd be doing an assignment before you realize all the lights are out, there is total darkness, and you wouldn't have any other thing to do than to just go back to sleep. So it was very terrible. It wasn't good at all.
Ghana was experiencing an extreme power shortage, and they needed electricity yesterday. What we were able to do is to bring a very low-cost solution to Ghana until they go into longer-term sustainable generation to supply all their country. Karpowership is a floating power plant that can serve any electricity needs from short-term to long-term with the highest efficiencies in a most economic way and the fastest delivery times.
I was told that a ship will come, so we're also monitoring. They say on the radio, the ship is coming, now it's reached these waters, this country. So we are all monitoring. When the ship got to Togo, Nigeria, we were informed that now by 6 hours' time, the ship will be in Ghana waters.
Oh, well, Mofia Monami share. I can believe of people what you are, welcome. Mofia Moni, Nake Agbalele ke babo mi. Mofia Moye, Aranile Utoina, Lele Kashibini, Akemashu Jubadan, Wofin what you are, Fekusunisa. Yeah, in Shona.
Karpowership is a subsidiary of Cardenas Holding that has been established in 1948. Since then, we have built 9 power ships, floating power plants, that are operating in 5 different countries around the world. It's delivered as a ready power plant, plug and play, to operate and deliver electricity within days after its delivery.
So we all line up at this area. Everybody switch on his phone. We start capture the ship. I have it on my phone. It's big.
I never expected it to be that big. We saw it on the outside. Oh, it looked like a house. Yeah, that's how I say. It looked like some apartments. I was amazed because it's actually a new technology. We didn't know about that. We always saw the land-based power plants, but this was new.
So we were all happy when we saw the ship. So we all whelming. How can we generate power? What? Is it going to use coal or termite by the sea? We termite it. We all Think about it.
There was so much skepticism when the badge arrived. Some people predicted that the badge was not going to work because it would appear that to put power generation on a badge was a novelty. We were used to the conventional way of putting the plants onshore and eventually transmitting the power. But to transmit power right from a ship or a barge, it sounded quite novel and people weren't used to it.
My boss actually recommended me to Karpowership. Then I applied, I came for the interview, and I had the job. During the orientation, I realized like there were big structures, there were real units in there. I'd read about them, but I hadn't seen them before. So it was amazing. The whole feeling was like everything that you've read is now so real. I was living a dream. That day, that was how it looked. I was living a dream, walking into that Karpowership.
My name is Gürhan Ten. I'm plant manager of this Karpowership. I manage everything here from supply, from the kitchen to the power supply to outside. The length of the vessel is 142 meters and the breadth is 42 meters. The height, including funnel top, is 60 meters. The barges have 3 sections. Forward side is equipped with 6 engines. The back side is as well with 6 engines. And in the middle of the power plant, there is an accommodation area, including food facility, dining facility, recreation room, and including control room as well. This is the control room where we are operating all the engine as a automation system. And this is our CCTV monitoring. And at right side, there is some control panel for our engine. You can see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have one touchpad screen. You can control all your engine when you are outside of the plant. We can see all the data, everything regarding generator and power production, transmission on this screen from outside.
I work as a chemist on the ship, and what I do basically is to ensure water quality pertaining to freshwater generators, boilers, the steam turbine, and closed cooling systems that we have on the barge. I got in and I realized I was the only lady who would be working on the ship. There are 2 other ladies on there, but they do administrative work. So I realized I was the only engineer who would have to team up with the guys to work. Well, there I had to embrace it. It was a challenge. I had to embrace it.
One of the challenges we faced as a country, we have the generation in stock, but we don't have the fuel available to power them. They source their own fuel, so the most important thing is for them to deliver the power to us.
We have 12 engines on our plant, which is producing a power engine, natural gas as well, including one steam turbine to give us much efficient power, because the cost is almost nearly nothing for us, because we are producing a steam from exhaust gas, and the steam is used in the steam turbine to give us power to grid system.
Now we needed to get power from the ship into the national interconnected transmission systems. That required the construction of transmission lines. And what Agrico did was to team up with Karpower to construct an 8-kilometer transmission line from the port to our nearest substation.
Since the Karpowership came in, it has had we have had constant supply from the Karpowership. So it's given stability to the power system.
But so far, the barge has generated more than it has even been contracted to generate. And so it tells me that sometimes it's worth taking the risk, and that if you listen to some pessimistic views, you may not make a positive dent as far as the socio-economic development of the country is concerned.
The fishermen in Tema are our hosts. We are like a guest at their house, and we respect that fact very much because they have been there for the hundreds of years, earning their bread from the same waters that we're operating in.
In this community, you have experienced light of when the ship arrived. Now, everybody's living very well. Now, if you see people, everybody's laughing. Now, everybody's enlarging its business now because nobody's thinking that this will come again.
What we are able to achieve in Ghana is more than just supply of electricity. It's a partnership between the country, the people, us, and the utilities. So what we are able to provide them is with base load electricity running 24/7, reducing their average cost of electricity, and in the meantime, making sure that all the community is benefiting.
I have some t-shirts that I wear from home to work, and on the first to work, sometimes when you are going, you just hear people saying behind you, cow power, cow power. They are proud of us, and they didn't expect that Cow Power would take on local personnel. So they see us and they are happy, oh, at least Cow Power has come and it's provided employment opportunities for our local people as well.
When they put everything on night, it's going to look beautiful. We all cherish that. That's how our community look like. People come here at night, just come and look. People from afar, far places to come and witness how the ship look like because we haven't heard about ship can generate power.